My name's Tyler. I'm a black belt in Jiu Jitsu, and I've coached quite a few white and blue belt matches. Over the course of so many matches, you tend to see a lot of similarities in gaps. Understanding, like a lot of people in the beginning, we worry about closed guard right away, right? It makes a lot of sense. You hold them there, you can actually work. But for me, when I see like the difference maker in a lot of these tournaments, it's a lot of, now leg locks are a lot more available in the lower divisions, which has its own effect. But half guard positions, underhook half guard, overhook half guard, deep half guard, X guard, not as much, really the low ones. They're really good at reversing pinned positions. Again, underhook half guard and overhook half guard, and the fundamentals that follow each of them can be really helpful in these beginning tournaments. Pulling half guard, top player makes the right decision to get the underhook and flatten the back, but the bottom player ends up getting the underhook and being able to turn up. When it comes to white and blue belt tournaments, I think underhook half guard, they're just an understanding of half guard and overhooks and underhooks, when to put the back on the floor is extremely important at white and blue belt tournaments, because if you don't even know the basics of that, it's just like instant sweep against you, or if you do know it and they don't, it's an instant sweep, instant reversal, however you want to put it. It's Toriando there, leading with the hip instead of the shoulder, or even the shin. You want to lead with the shoulder or the shin. Wait, too much settling on like the knees and things like that to be heavy. Nice sweep to an ankle lock attempt, but again, especially in white and blue belt tournaments, maybe in all tournaments in general, going for these leg lock attempts and not following up to like a position where you're either following up to a top position, following up to the back. It can kind of just be more problematic. Like we saw here, he basically ended up getting put in a straight ankle lock attempt against him. A couple of triangle details, though, would have helped this guy on the bottom. When the gentleman on top here goes for his over-under passes, he was able to get his leg over the shoulder a couple times, but getting a little stuck with his bottom leg. Again, going back to half guard, whether it's sweeping or passing, knowing the fundamentals at least of those base positions will just make your path obvious in the moment. That's why learning fundamentals are so important early on, because sometimes you may not know exactly what to do, but you know the rules. And if you know the rules, you figure it out in the moment a little bit faster because of that. You don't have to think as much. Like that from a passing perspective. Now see, he's standing up, you take the pressure off, and now he's seated down. It essentially swept himself, right? And looks away for a moment and gets the old hip high. Nice top position here. Should be locked to the hips more. There's enough space for the bottom player to operate underneath there. The pressure is a little too far over the head. I think he's settle back here. Settle back here under the arm, so you can really lean in under the shoulder and create either the turn here. But if you're out of place, then the recovery into what should have been deep half guard would happen there. Still allowing him to advance through it. Whenever you're in 3/4 mount, one thing that can be a little problematic in the beginning is you try to get your foot away, and you don't really yes, of course, getting your foot out can be helpful because you're more mobile, but if you just try to take your foot out, that's usually going to create the opening for the bottom player to do like this right now, to turn up from underneath while holding onto a leg, and sort of like modified deep half position, like a single leg deep half position. But really, they're being pulled up by the top player there. Like this position right here, that lean with the left hand over the top is what got him in trouble. If he leans the opposite way, hooks under the arm and grabs his shin, he'll be able to get his angle. He's upset about the triangle here. He should have got it. He totally had a good moment right there. And then the reverse top half guard that would have been really helpful in the very beginning. But cool, tough white belt match.
Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.